But joining me now, we have Republican strategist Susan Del Percio, along with Julian Castro, former U.S. Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, and Cornell Belcher, Democratic strategist and pollster at Brilliant Corners Research. All three are esteemed MSNBC political analysts. Cornell, you first here. Your initial reaction to these numbers, and why do you think his approval is pretty much unchanged? Are people just locked into their views at this point?
Well, I think you got to get underneath the numbers. I mean, and I think the most important and critical number here is the one where you talked about his numbers around immigration and borders being split even, right? Once upon a time, that was Donald Trump's and Republicans' strong suit, right? That's something that was their major strength. If you look at where handling immigration and handling border issues, go back a year ago, go back before the election. That was one of the biggest advantages that Republicans had and Donald Trump had. That's now a toss-up. So you've seen a lot of erosion and sort of significant erosion with that. And the same is true with dealing with the economy. You remember running into the election year, it was the economy, the economy, and how Trump had an advantage with the economy. Note to our people out there, Republicans have historically always had an advantage on the economy. But today they don't. And then you see it in the numbers right now. Again, Donald Trump's advantage with handling inflation and even broader in the economy and polling all over the place has completely collapsed. And when you get even further underneath that, look, he's underwater 30 points among independent voters, right? So you always see Republicans rallying around Trump and holding up his job approval numbers. So I'm a lot less concerned about the overall approval than what I see underneath the water, particularly with independent voters, where he's lost huge advantages on core issues that have helped propel Republicans.
Okay, let me throw a couple more numbers, though, at you, Cornell, because there were signs of waning enthusiasm for the president. Republicans were 5% less likely to say they strongly support Trump just compared to April, and fewer MAGA supporters said they were thrilled with the president and his actions so far. Is there a sense, perhaps, people feel like they aren't quite getting what they expected?
You could say that, but I think we need more data, right? I am... Because in the end, are they going to snap back? I think they are more likely to snap back than not. Although going into a midterm, like let's take a look at this number. 3 or 4 months from now, when we sort of begin to sort of shape up in the midterm. Because as you know, mobilization is a key thing for midterm elections. But right now, I'm a lot more interested in what way independents are moving away. Because I think the Republicans. I think my colleague on the right is going to be with me on that. I think the Republicans will move slowly back into place.
Okay. Susan, let's look at immigration. Only 9% of adults said that is the issue which matters most to them. But then it was 20% among MAGA supporters. So, look, it might not be what most people care about. But if his base wants it, is that all that matters for Trump?
Absolutely. Donald Trump doesn't care about what happens in the midterms. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. And these days, he doesn't even care about his poll numbers. He has gotten to where he is. He's gotten through felony convictions, an election, with basically his core supporters staying by him. And then other people, he was able to put together a certain coalition for the general election. What I'm actually really looking towards for the midterms is there's only one number that ticked up as far as what's most important issue, and that is health care. And that has to go directly to the big, beautiful bill. And that if people are paying attention, that's probably the best opening, combined with Trump's weakening numbers with independents, for Democrats to move into place on that.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on that one. Julian, 57% of adults said their opinion of the Democratic Party is somewhat or strongly unfavorable. We got Republicans coming in at 56% there as well. So we talk about the backlash that Republican lawmakers could face in the midterms, but will that actually happen if Democrats aren't seen as any better?
Yeah, you put your finger on, there's a lot of promising news for Democrats if we're thinking about how they're headed into the midterms. A president that's unpopular, especially, on the economy, also tariffs, and even, as Cornel pointed out, on immigration, his signature issue. It's basically 50-50. So this is a cycle that looks very promising for Democrats. I've been thinking of it as a cycle like 2018, where Democrats gained about 40 seats in Congress. However, as Steve Kornacki pointed out in his analysis on Meet the Press, the one thing that's different, or one of the main things that's different, is that now the parties are tied in unfavorable, favorable. Whereas before, in that 2018 cycle, Democrats were actually significantly more popular than Republicans. And that is something that Democrats are going to need to figure out. I think part of this, Alex, has to do with the base of the Democratic Party for the last few months feeling as though Democrats were not doing enough. What I would always hear, what people would hear is, hey, do something. I do think the protests this weekend signal a new era of activism, of pushing back, that is also very promising. So, we may see that number change.
Let's all take a look at the contrast between the widespread protests that we saw yesterday. All 50 states brought in some remarkable images, by the way. Combine that with the military parade in D.C. What did you make of that, Cornel?
Well, it was disturbing, and I'm not even being partisan, right? This is something that you've not seen in America before. And I'm in Washington, by the way. I think we were expecting crowds, and there weren't a lot of crowds, and I'm thankful for that, because look, this is the imagery for every wannabe authoritarian strongman throughout history is parading out the military and playing games with the military. And this on the heels of sending, of course, military into Los Angeles, and also, quite frankly, his speech before that crowd at Fort Bragg, where he played partisan politics in a way that no Republican or Democrat has ever done before in the military. It's dangerous, and whether you're a Democrat or you're a Republican, you should be troubled by this very narcissistic, selfish sort of political behavior.
Susan, this parade was meant to celebrate the birthday of the Army. Also, it was Flag Day. Did it project a message of strength?
This is tough for me, Alex, because I think while the parade itself was really self-serving to President Trump, watching our military force, watching a celebration of the Army should be meaningful to the entire country, which is why I was happy that the No Kings, which I question the messaging on that, their protest did not at all hint to being anti-military. And that was really, really important, I think, for Americans to see. But we look at this through a very narrow lens. I think Americans saw that parade and they saw a patriotic, had a patriotic response. And there's nothing wrong with that. They're supposed to. It's just the means of how they got there and Donald Trump using it. And yes, I agree with Cornel. This is what you see in countries with dictatorships, not in America.
So, Julian, lastly to you, we have the Washington Post editorial board. It is arguing that Trump has politicized the military, from sending troops to L.A., to the campaign-style rally at Fort Bragg, to the parade. They say, quote, civilian control of the military is a sacrosanct American value. To be sustainable, it requires the armed forces to salute any occupant of the presidency and refrain from serving the personal interests of a single commander-in-chief. Is Trump trying to show the Army as being loyal to him specifically?
I absolutely think that's what he would like. And sure, as was mentioned, the speech that he gave and getting the military to cheer at basically his political speech, the use, most disturbingly in California, of military to do law enforcement, and we'll see what happens with that in the courts. The Ninth Circuit right now has put a pause on a district court's ruling that was unconstitutional, and ruled in favor of Governor Gavin Newsom in California. But this is absolutely disturbing, Alex. This idea that he would commandeer the military. It is indeed one of the main things that separates the United States of America from a lot of dictatorships all over the world. And so for people, I think, across the political spectrum that are watching, that fear that kind of taking over of the military absolutely should be concerned about these moves by Donald Trump, because you can see it playing itself out right in front of your eyes.